Hearing footsteps.
See that down there? What am I looking at? Black shadow. Blind? You can't see it?
Oh, yeah. Kristoff, you just jumped. Guys, it's at a fucking party.
So, if the invader throws himself off a cliff, are we still gonna play the game?
Or whoever. Police, that's too big.
Do you actually talk to that thing?
The fuck just happened?
Yeah. It's just like Charlie, but, you know, funnier.
What was that? Was that Juliana getting me? Woo! Yes. Okay. I was watching for her. I figured she's gonna come along this bridge, right? What guns do I have? 4 is the long range one, okay. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so she was shooting at me from a distance. Alright, let's go fuck up Juliana. If I can. I just aggro at everybody by shooting back, which is a problem. Can't go that way. Oh! Am I okay? Less dead than I expected. I thought I was in trouble. I don't think that was Juliana. That was just somebody in red. It totally was her. I was like, some kind of weird effect I couldn't explain was on me, and I'm like, that seems like, considering I was just listening to dialogue and the game and games like this tend to be kind of static, I figured that's probably bad. What the fuck is that person doing?
Quite. Starting a loop with my back out. Worth it.
They're upstairs. Where is she? I heard her, but I think that was like a decoy. Because why would she be announcing herself? I can detonate my mines manually. Manually. I of course have some disadvantage because everybody is on her side, right? I'm here to complete a task where she can just attack me whenever. From anywhere. She's alive, right? I think a bigger thing would have happened on the screen if I got her. Oh boy. Ow. Was that a mine that she placed that I should be worried about? What was that pulse I just saw? She placed mines everywhere. She's above me. Saw that. I saw the shadow. Well, this sucks. Everybody's on her side. Don't get stuck on things. Damn it. I got the drop on her too, but she just has a lot of health apparently. No wolf here. Oh, shit. Should have been ready with my longer range gun. Oh, I saw her, didn't I? There you go. Don't know if you were a player or not, but fuck you. Havoc? Ow. Oh, my guns are jammed. Fuck. Don't kill me yet, I haven't learned what Havoc does. Fuck you. I know I'm in an ammo bad place. This isn't a surprise. This one's jammed though, just it has ammo still. Ow. BT dubs. Okay, well. You're at my door. God, how many more are there? I just want to finish grabbing the loot. See what I got out of all that mess. Getting hunted by Juliana. Oh, healing items. Says we're still fighting, but where? You didn't kill me. Ooh. And you're worth some. I already have a pepper mill, though. Should I switch it for this gun? Just because it'll be worth more? I'm not planning on salvaging it that soon, though, am I? I'm just thinking it could be worth salvage. Do you have like a confetti of upgrades everywhere? No? I'm just gonna keep my variety of weapons so because they're useful. What does that do? How do you check your inventory? Hold middle mouse? Nope. What is... I just don't understand the controls of this game. They're really... I can never guess anything correctly. So I'm like, I don't know how to look at what my skill does. None of the intuitive things that come to mind work for the way I hope. So I guess I'll just have to wait until I can look into it between missions.
Smells well done.
Biz bang boom. You know how to fix this. You can. Only you. I think I need to come here in the morning and stop the explosion from happening in the first place. And that's why only I can do it. I'm guessing it was the fireworks, right? Yeah, I'm not looking for the fast way out. Whoop. Bit of an awkward moment for us. Just want to go this way, man. Alright. Back the other way. Still working on my health. Shit. Hello. This is what I like to find. Worth less, though.
Greedy Colt.
I think it said she was worth like 10k. That was nuts. So overall, good news for me. That doesn't work. And I believe this is a big drop-off I can't get around. Yep, not yet. So that's the bridge I was originally trying to get across, but we had a disruption. But it was a very profitable disruption, so at least there's that. And I already hacked these doors. Although if they gave me a turret, I wouldn't mind that. Oh. You guys are going to be a frustrating overlapping patrol, aren't you? Nope, shit. I'm not seen. Hit! So you can get away with some sprinting and still do a quick takedown. And you do not immediately get counterattacked. So at least there's that. Alright. Let's try a Juliana-free approach into this place. Unless... Oh, does low ammo just mean low ammo in the clip right now? Or whatever? Maybe. The Strelak 50/50. Some noise, but not. They're immediately over it, like, oh, whatever. Probably wasn't even real. No, they're coming down. Oh. I need to mark people more again. I haven't been doing that this session. But it's how you keep track of where these people are through walls for a bit. Otherwise, I can't tell when they're approaching me.
Main entrance hat close.
That may have not been helpful to do. Oh, fuck. Wasn't quite ready for them to be exactly there, my bad. But they might be the only remaining enemy in the area? Guess so.
Legendary.
choice. You can exit and enter building at any time. Enjoy Master Charlie game.
Enjoy Master Charlie game.
The invader has proceeded to the
How are we supposed to get an invader without that defense? Flammable, corrosive, and intoxicating. The more time we spend here.
Anybody? So it sounds like I'm supposed to be a player that they expect to be here. But that person fell off a cliff and died. So instead I'm replacing him. But I'm gonna come in and actually kill everybody. It really seems like they're doing a game of Among Us, basically. But maybe not, because they said that they knew who that guy was and that he was the invader. And you're not supposed to know who the invader is? The imposter? So hard to be sure. Bye. I kind of dig the guitar sounds every time little things happen with the alert system. Specifically, it's like electric guitar feedback. Okay, you stay there. And let me approach very quiet-like. Alright, I was mashing F the whole time, but I guess I didn't do it right, or wasn't in the right spot for the prompt. Hello. So crank wheels are a reoccurring thing in this game. There's a battery. I've seen where to charge you, but I've not seen where to put you yet. I can only get in here if I'm the right character class for this game.
There's two kinds of folk on Blackreef. You and everybody else. You play the mean guitar. Fucking brilliant. The kind of real party machine we all want to be.
I was about to say the subtitles are annoyingly short and weirdly cut up, but I think it's because his lines were. Like he was an amalgam of pre-recorded lines.
What?
I think sometimes you just gotta run for it, just go for it. There's not a clear people turn their back and you can deal with that in an obvious way that you're used to from a lot of stealth games, but instead... And I also don't have any ranged takedowns that are quiet. The nail guns seem to be introduced as that, but they never worked when I tried to use it. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, and the comments will be full of all the stuff I'm doing wrong. But hey, I just like summoned this into existence by mentioning it, didn't I? I don't like having a ranged takedown weapon I don't trust. So it's kind of rough to have a weapon like this that's like, it's the silent takedown weapon. It'll solve your problems, and then I use it and it doesn't work. Which of course means I immediately am in trouble. Guess you just gotta shoot more or something?
Hello? Someone there?
The invader has proceeded to the planet surface. Can it be Colt? It is hunting next victim.
It's me, I'm Colt. They really just looked wherever, didn't they? It is definitely quiet, in that it doesn't immediately alert everyone when you fire. It's just that if the guy doesn't die, then he alerts everybody. So I guess maybe I just need to fire a lot. Maybe that's just a little learning curve to the nail gun. And maybe you can upgrade it enough where it does take people out eventually.
The invader has proceeded to the underground cave. It hide among the dark. I scared.
His lines are weird. There's a hint that somebody's about to move and patrol when they reset their animation. They usually reset back to like their hands at their hips for a second, and then they start walking. There's batteries around. I just need to know where I'm supposed to take one, if there is somewhere. This is where I took my first kill. More batteries. Kids shit, kids shit, kids shit. Alright, buddy, calm down.
The invader has proceeded to the planet surface. It is hunting next victim.
Adults should be allowed to enjoy things, too. The monsters moving makes me think something's here. Honestly, a surprising number of bullet holes overall.
The invader has proceeded to the base complex. Defenses are compromised. Flush it out. The invader has strike again. It is clandestine. Killing investigators. Look out!
There's like reasons why this is a bad idea. Okay, whew.
I'm feeling just fine.
Nervous about that jump. Cool side path for sneaking in. Don't know if I actually needed it. But here I am.
That's not good.
Oh! Sure seems like that was everybody. Lighting up at once. No red symbols, though. Oh, there it is. Well, cover blown. This area is also full of these 2D cutouts that all look like people. 2-bit. You guys coming? We gonna do this? Hey, Doom. But it says hell. But Doom's also Bethesda, right? I'm up here now. Yeah, I've been there. Yep. So sneaky. Alright. Concerning number of people around here, apparently. Aha! I have proceeded to the in orbit. Alright, well that wasn't much of a shortcut. Ow. Ow. It's really hard to see when you're shooting this gun. Like, see what you're aiming at. Why'd I do that?
Good.
So was it teleporting everywhere, guy? The phaser? Charlie? Charlie's workplace. Am I in the clear for now? Ah! New message.
Look here. Computer science is actual science. I appreciate your minicom system. I am absolutely impressed. I want your brain in my brain.
Someone has a crush on Wenji and spliced all of their lines together to sound like they like you. Isn't that what happened? Temporary group channel. Noon. Alpha Wolf. And Charlie. Alright. Charlie, you Bob bleeder, you can't block me. What's my handle, dipshit? Admin means I can do whatever I want. I am Emperor of Electrons. Bring that shit here. I'll block you starting group channels too. Help me make an epic invite for Wenji. Have you tried not being a giant prick? I can't help it. I got giant prick power. Fuck off. I got other shit to do. And she's transactional. You've got nothing she wants. She will never come to your lame-ass costume party. I got exactly what anybody wants. I'll make her come. Phrasing. Everyone can read your words. So what, Fia? Evans Law, ... Yep. These messages have been archived. Conversation with Charlie and Fia. My princess. Hey, my treasure. My everything. Is this 2-bit? No? 2-bit can't type? He doesn't have fingers? Oh, Charlie. Yes! We made it, beautiful, together forever. Sweet and sour, our tangled pretzel. Dream Team, Muse and Maestro, artist and designer. Iconic. You gave my work a facelift, I'll give yours meaning. Sardonic. Be my invader, Fia. Let's talk cohabitation. Talking is much better than typing. Meet me in our secret spot, usual time. Have you thought about the fact that we're in all places, in all times, at all times? This afternoon? Yeah. XOXOX.
Shit, these two together. Time to break some hearts.
Charlie and Fia plan a secret rendezvous in the afternoon. So it's a chance for a 2-in-1 kill. How do those work? Oh, you can disarm them. Manually. There we go. Well. Charlie fucking Montague, a boy and his toys. Open up, buddy. Just for me. Oh god. Quickly. Okay, I don't think it turns around here. The text is kind of in my way. Charlie's Sanctuary is just chock full of shit, isn't it? Ow! Why? I can't game like this? Oh. Ow! Rude? Dead yet? Okay. Jeez. Thing caused problems. Would have been a good time to have a grenade. The essential you, abridged and simplified. The loop is anchored by the visionaries. Yes, that means you. Should one of us perish, the loop will be destabilized. And if all of us happen to die in the same iteration, the loop itself will be in jeopardy. How not to die? Avoid spending time with other visionaries. Focus on your personnel. Yes, that includes fraternization. Fraternization means sex. Don't play with your sidearms. Sidearms include SMGs. Keep security systems on at all times. Oh no, someone died. Notify everyone. If mutiny or sabotage are involved, eliminate the threat. Remind your Eternalists of their duty to protect the loop and you. But I wanna die. If you intend to perish on a given loop iteration, please inform your fellow visionaries. Appropriate privacy arrangements will be made to accommodate valid requests. So they kill themselves sometimes on purpose, but is it for their experimental purposes? It'd be pretty distressing if you were just actually suicidal or something, and it's like you just come back every single time no matter what you can do. Harlequin! And it looks like Vertigo. You give some, you get some. The Yerva. I can't game like this. Hello.
Good morning, Charlie. Hear me when I say Blackreef loves you. You're the real badass. We need right now. Because of you, I will have a fulfilling day.
Letter from 1G. Mr. Montague, I remind you that neither you nor Miss Zabrowska are trained medical practitioners. Neither, for that matter, am I. But I do understand enough of the human brain to state with confidence that if you undergo this procedure, you will experience side effects. Surely there are less reckless methods of increasing your computational speed of your talking machine. That said, I remain willing to perform the operation, provided you allow me to record it, of course, for posterity. I mean, how many side effects can you really suffer when you're just gonna die every day and reset, right? Don't you guys all repeat the same day every day? Doom 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 doom. I didn't put it together before. That's Dishonored. Stranger, like, is that word meant something in the game? I forget now. But that's the Dishonored symbol, right? It's just they made it look like a Galaga shooter with the symbol. Theme: audio overdrive. Concept: guests are given heavy munitions for experiment in oral maximalism. Close the doors and tell everyone to fire away. Soon enough, nobody can hear a thing. Those who don't pass out, anyway. Maybe there'll be hallucinations? Then, I don't know, 2-Bit asks a question, whoever can actually hear it well enough to answer wins? Props, all the guns. Abandoned idea, nobody will understand its brilliance. Ugh. That just sounds fucking miserable.
Hey, Charlie. Do you ever wonder? You're like the best of us. You know what I'm laying down? Oh, I really love your body. And your huge, giant mind. I want to touch it.
Well. Remember us. Remember this. The afternoon's long shadows, frost ground beneath our souls, the scent of smoke and salt. Remember Fristad. Remember us. Fia.
Okay, looks like they're getting freaky on Freestad.
Did you need to do stuff with Fia? Like, it seems like you guys get along. I feel like you could just have a normal message from her instead of what you've done here.
Charlie! I'm gonna find you!
Oh, he's warping around. Or someone is. There we go. He was just around here.
Charlie, dead. 2-Bit needs Master Charlie. I adapt next playthrough.
How badly do you need Mr. I didn't even realize 2-Bit was Charlie. Alright. So 2-Bit was the AI playing lines at us the whole time. Gotcha. Shift slab. Yes. So is he the one that had shift? So that means that he had the Dishonored ability? Yes! Oh, I'm definitely making this permanent. I was on, so I got the intended result for the wrong reason. I was here to get Juliana because Juliana had the shift slab. But then she did attack me, but she had the wrong slab. But Charlie was the one that was here, and he has the shift slab. So everything worked out, honestly. We'll just pretend that I super planned this all out, and I'm very smart. This thing's really iffy sometimes. I have to aim away from it for it to work. Hello, another power. It's weird that he was still teleporting around silently, and when I was like, I killed everybody else. He just like lost aggro or something. It remains funny to me that it definitely feels like I'm picking up GameCube discs. Can I use this to get out of here? This window's pretty jammed. I guess that was just for the secret item. Oh god! It does not lock onto the ground. That can go bad fast. Oh well, I've got a teleporter. And if I don't fuck up, I'll get to keep it. It's actually slightly high pressure, that at least at the rate that I play these games usually, like the one loop is like hours long. Wasted. Colt 1, Charlie 0'd. Finished him. Got a lot of video game references. Strike him from his credits. He had a high level weapon. It's over in, is it 4? Yeah. My weapons are always changing, and I think I can't necessarily change which, I choose which slot they're in. Which can feel a little weird. I'm wondering what the library is going to be for. I imagine that every location comes up in some context. Just kind of intuitively makes sense. Okay, so the delivery thing was added to my clues, which signifies it as being important. I just don't know why yet. I kind of immediately just clocked it as being probably just a game mechanic that you have in every zone, and so it's just helpful to know where the one is in each zone. But I don't know if that's actually the case. Hear a thing. I heard an item nearby, but it kind of sounded like it was inside the wall or something. Remember pinging people? I sometimes remember mechanics of the game. Quiet. Thank you. Feedback loop. Charlie Montague hears you. The Moxie is just too compelling. But too much fun means too many players, which means overcrowded challenges, which means endless whining on the feedback cards. So, now the Moxie is by appointment only. Satisfied yet? But what about that old school multiplayer vibe, I hear the hardcore among you cry. Don't worry your dirty little heads, the Moxie throws open its doors to all in the afternoon. So get in there and get your game on, and don't say Charlie Montague never gave you anything. And that's when I got in. What you doing floating up there, bud? What should I think about these lasers? There's other lasers back at the other thing. I guess I'll head out.
There's got to be a way to kill 2 of them at once. Or 3, or 4, or more. No, they can't be that stupid. Well, maybe Alexis.
Everyone is sure that Alexis is that dumb, apparently. Alright, I'll take it. So, we just found out that 2 of them meet together at one location in the afternoon. So that's 2 of them. So we just need to find a series of times that they're together. Which is what they're suggesting out there. And so then finding that out will eventually give me a route where I can kill them all in one run, basically. I got Juliana. KO. And 2 of those. Curious. They have a name, so it sounds like I killed an enemy player. I wonder if we can only get invaded once per level.
Being naughty. Flouting the protocol for a little fun. If I get in on the action, I can take them both at once.
So that was a major breakthrough, wasn't it? Loadout. 2,700! Okay, let's see about infusing my slabs. Like shift. Infusion cost is 1,500, so it's chunky. Each slab has 4 upgrades. Find upgrades by collecting the slab again from the visionary who carried it. Or Juliana. So she's a wild card there a bit, isn't she? So no upgrades yet. So they said 4 upgrades and you can equip 2 of them, it looks like. Become tougher and hit and kick harder. Okay, so it's a combat one. Worth having. Cost 1,500, so I need 3,000 more. Fire weapon slightly faster. Lose power when hit. Suffer damage. Reduced spread shooting from the hip, which I do all the time. Keep getting a lot of stopping power. More bolts is nice. Reload speed is nice. I usually don't want to shoot faster that much because I'm trying to conserve ammo, so I often am pausing between shots anyway. There we go. Making each slab a permanent part of my arsenal just feels like an important piece of progression to keep. So I feel like I'll prioritize slabs over everything else, and then I can make other things more permanent when I don't have slabs. Getting weapons just seems like an easy enough thing to do most of the time. I don't have to worry about it that bad. So I can search Freestyle Shore, but I have already killed him. So that's where the story branched out. Oh, this is the arsenal thing again, isn't it? Damn it. So that's an afternoon thing. I was also looking for the archives this afternoon. So let's look into that. That's part of what I was looking to get into. Peppermill. Fire from the hip. Reload speed, more bullets. So each one has an effect. Snare slows enemies down on hit. Tighter spread the longer you fire. Is that per weapon or is it per random whatever? I wonder. Alright, let's look into this door. I think it might be that every purple weapon you find randomly generates a perk. And so as you get all the different purple weapons, you can still keep finding different ones of the same type to find another perk, maybe? I think. you know? Worth looking into.
Huh? I just killed you.
You did, technically, but you also didn't. It's kind of hard to explain without complex diagrams.
How many versions of you are there?
Versions, not really the right term. Don't worry. There's one me that you need to kill, but there's also other me's that will try to kill you. See?
So you're hiding from me now.
Never. I'm always here. You just can't remember where to look.
Well, I'm back where I just came from. But different goal. A different one than the one that was just talking to me? Because she sounded a lot friendlier a second ago. Here we go. There's the door that's open at this time of day. It's my fault? Doesn't matter. So she's trying to bait me into going somewhere else, I think. Instead of this thing that she specifically doesn't want me to do. Holds all the cards. They prop the door open. But normally, it sounds like there's not usually people here. So there might not be anyone here right now. Someone's behind that door.
Floor, isn't it?
Okay, turret. Her board, her rules.
Okay, someone from Eon's been redecorating.
Drinking buddies. You don't know me. The voice in my head keeps yelling. The 62nd minute, Juliana Blake. With so many incredible passions, how do I organize my time? I've always been fastidious with my time, but there's never seemed enough hours in the day. I can't wait to have an infinity of them. Given my unbelievable success, what's my greatest regret? I burned a bunch of bridges to get here. Only one of them I wish I hadn't had to... Only one of them I wish hadn't had to go. When did I realize I possess a greater vision than the rest of humanity? I'm a gal in love with the written word. I'm hardly alone in that, on Blackreef. What book, song, or play most speaks to my spirit? A book's like that metaphor about never stepping into the same river twice, except it's the reader that changes. Same with songs. Gotta say though, Birds of Prey's a righteous jam. What did I know I had to bring with me to Blackreef? Some people brought complex electronics, or a whole sound studio, or an eternal supply of candy. I'm just glad to have my library. As one of the world's greatest living geniuses, do I enjoy finally having a spotlight shining on my work? It's new, that's for sure. I'm going to make most of the responsibility you've given me. So the way I take it is that there's one Juliana that is just like everybody else here, as a normal NPC. And then there's a bunch of Julianas invading and attacking me that are not that one. So I need to track down and kill the quote-unquote real one, but also players are going to keep invading me as other versions of her. The constant. Companions. Confidantes. Allies. Friends. By whatever name, they pick you up when you're down, expand your horizons, and support you when you're in dire straits. In short, they weaken you. They betray you. They rob you of opportunities for growth, opportunities to prove your strength, your will. The great beyond cares nothing for your friends. It is emptiness, loneliness. You are the only constant. All else is dross. From Echoes of the Great Beyond by Harriet Morse. Good old anime villain speech.
It's your friends are what make you weak and blah blah blah.
Oh no, I've been proven wrong very quickly. Who could have guessed? Hey, Miss J. Me and Colt share your concerns. Most of these yahoos Aeon recruit to the island. They're 3 songs shy of a set list. But not everyone can be a Dr. Wenji. Most people can't even be an Igor Serling. Leaders need their followers, or this thing's never getting off the drawing board. Just the way it's gotta be. Ramblin' Frank.
Program's body man, Doc, it's Dr. Krischik. First day, T-minus 18 weeks and change, documenting my pre-pro. Just for you, Juliana. Now, the big question. When can you fix my voice?
Mr. Spicer, I have the results of your physical here.
My voice. Come on, Doc. You've heard the hits. This timbre doesn't exactly match the velvet tones I've laid on wax. Eternal life. Live forever. Come back to her. Come on!
It doesn't exactly work like that.
So I've lived a little hard on my previous tour. 80 nights, 85 cities, 3 different time zones, and lots of drugs. But that's what Eon's for, right? Rejuvenation.
Frank.
Yeah?
You have the voice of an angel. And the organs of a man twice your age.
I know, right?
When you enter the chrono-controlled environment with Eon, you won't get any younger.
Doc, I'm hearing you string together a series of words that are not particularly to my liking.
Your voice is your voice, Mr. Spicer. It will never sound like it used to. No, that doesn't mean that you can't... Mr. Spicer...
Fuck this, and fuck you! Pre-pro is over!
My left ear hurt a little bit from that recording. It was playing like in a kind of clipping kind of way that I did not love overall. Math EXDO. Memorandum for Katrina Piszczek, head science officer, Tidavar Station. Subject rack access. As per the Field Marshal's orders, you have been entrusted with a pass key to the Updom Rock facility. The pass key is Pitchfork. The contents of this communication are strictly confidential. The Field Marshal has expressed concerns that a single audio lock is insufficient security given the importance of the sensitivity of the equipment within. You may provide any thoughts on the matter to him by way of Communication Office Janssen Station. Charlie is here.
I already know where you're hiding.
Yes, and what do you want? What do you want, a medal? A fucking ribbon of achievement?
You are,
At the stabilizer core.
Oh, come on! I was almost there.
You're not even remotely close. Look out the window. See that giant fucking eye? That's me.
So you are hiding. In plain sight.
The problem, Captain Vaughn, is that I see everything. I see moves you haven't even thought of yet. Better start looking for ladders.
There's no ladder, is there?
Right, again!
Shit.
She's a lot. She's aggro. How is Charlie talking? Isn't Charlie dead? Am I wrong about that? That deet. Oh, it's that way. Yeah, there we are. I'm like, the audio lock is like somewhere right around here.
Pitchfork. All right, let's find out what's inside this rack.
It's a beautiful rack, isn't it?
It's a rack. It ship.
My men tell me the anomaly's energy will be
Raketo plan.
on the proposed date of the demonstration.
Right.
So we
I knew that.
to accelerate the schedule by 6 weeks, otherwise the probability of a successful breach decreases to just 16%. The RAC team confirmed they can make the deadline if they forego the ejection seat, the life support system, and drop the shock absorbers from the landing gear. The pilot, Lieutenant... he's been promoted for this. Captain Colt Vaughn has been briefed, and he's still 110% on board with the flight. In other words, we're moving forward with it. Maybe you can use that to impress the commission. Please excuse that I didn't call you immediately, but this is too sensitive and your line is probably tapped.
I was specifically promoted for what's probably a suicide mission? Alright. Come on, man. Where the power lies. Greetings, citizen. In case of anomaly collapse, enemy attack, catastrophic system failure, or other emergency, the power station at the complex functions as a massive fuse, cutting power to any or all of the following facilities. Teardown Station, the complex, Yessen Station, Updam, Sova Station, Fristad Rock, Akar Station, Carl's Bay. Other operational horizon facilities are either independently powered or draw from the local power grid. Power can be restored via the power generator in the power station control room. The code for the power generator is 383. The information should be communicated responsibly on a strictly need-to-know basis for the motherland. No
wonder Juliana didn't want me in here. Let's juice up those other stations and find out just what exactly Horizon left behind. Should I say something profound? Ocean. Pearl diver. No. It's gotta be military and unimaginative. Bomb. The hell is this? Barnacle? Usurper. Larch. Propagation. Jackass.
Larch. Alright, so we're back to not knowing how to get out of here. So we're pretty much done-ish here then. Oh, get me out of here. Not likely to be getting anything else done there. She also said she left something in front of the building. So I might want to investigate that. With teleport and whatnot, it shouldn't be that hard to get to that building. He said Dorsey Estate. She said Dorsey Estate, right? This stuff is everywhere. Are there fewer people out here now because it's now... Oh, giant gift. I guess I don't have to go all the way to the door. What is going to happen when I do this?
Okay, Colt, don't move! Time to party!
Ow, rude. Crude personal trinket. Okay, cool. Sweet. It was a piece of trash that I don't want, as you'd expect. Alright. Figured it might be a trap. And I was. Oh boy, that's a turret. Let's go behind it. Fuck y'all. I can teleport now, and it feels cool. Haha. God, what a way to get away. That's a fantastic speed boost. I love it. And it's mine forever. That's good. That's good. I like that about that and for me and whatnot. Alright. We learned things and are leaving a zone just on time. Boom. No deaths. Rat can get me to the stabilizer core at the power station. I need to use 383 to divert power to other sites around Blackreef. And I need to find more passwords. We'll see if I can figure that out.
Not at home, not in the office. Almost like she doesn't want to see me. Juliana set herself up on the antenna that powers the loop. The rack is my key to catching her, but it's inside a password-sealed vault. This island's studded with dusty old bunkers. Better start digging.
All right.